And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. Oh, look what we got. You want it? Yes. Get it. Yeah. There you go. Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. Once upon a time, there lived a lovely little princess named Snow White. Her vain and wicked stepmother, the queen, feared that one day Snow White's beauty would surpass her own. So she dressed the little princess in rags and forced her to work as a servant in the castle. Each day, the queen consulted her magic mirror. Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all? As long as the mirror responded in the queen's favor, Snow White was safe. One day, as Snow White was drawing water from the well, she made a wish. She wished that the one she loved would find her and dreamed about how nice he would be. As she gazed into the wishing well, she saw another face reflected in the water. It belonged to a handsome prince. "Hello, did I frighten you? Please don't run away." But the startled princess had fled to her balcony where she could watch him from afar. At that moment, the queen was spying on Snow White and the prince. When she saw them together, she flew into a jealous rage and rushed to her magic mirror, demanding an answer. "Famed is thy beauty, majesty. Behold, a lovely maid I see. Rags cannot hide her gentle grace. She is more fair than thee. Alas for her, reveal her name. Lips as red as a rose, hair as black as ebony, skin white as snow." Snow White! Furious, the queen sent for her huntsman. Take Snow White far into the forest. Find some secluded glade where she can pick wild flowers, and there, my faithful huntsman, you will kill her. "But your majesty, the little princess." "Silence, you know the penalty if you fail." Knowing that he dare not disobey the queen, the huntsman led Snow White into the forest. But when it came time for him to harm Snow White, he stopped and fell to his knees. "I can't do it. Forgive me, your highness." Why? I don't understand." "The queen is mad. She's jealous of you. She'll stop at nothing. Now quick, child, run away, hide in the woods, anywhere, and never come back." Frightened and alone, Snow White ran into the forest. Blazing ears peered out at her from the darkness. Airy shrieks pierced the air. The branches of trees grabbed at her. "What adorable little beds! And look, they have names carved on them. Doc, Happy, Sneezy, Dopey. What funny names for children. And there's Grumpy, Bashful, and Sleepy. I'm a little sleepy myself." Snow White lay down across 3 of the tiny beds and fell asleep. Just then the owner of the cottage came marching home. They weren't children at all, but 7 dwarves who worked all day long in their diamond mine. As they came into the clearing, the one named Doc made everyone halt. He peered through his glasses. "Look, our house. That's the light's lit. The light's lit. Doors open. Chimney smoking. Something's in there." The dwarfs peeked inside the cottage. Doc gasped, "Why, the whole place is clean!" Grumpy, true to his name, crossed his arms and glared. "Mark my words, there's trouble a-brewin'. I felt it coming all day." Suddenly, the dwarfs thought they heard a sound. Doc looked out towards the stairs. It's up there, in the bedroom." Cautiously, the 7 little men went to investigate. Doc slowly opened the door and peered in. Why, it's a girl. As the dwarfs approached the sleeping princess, she began to stir. "She's waking up! Hide!" Doc dashed behind the beds, and there the other dwarfs ran after him. Snow White yawned and stretched. Then she noticed 7 pairs of eyes looking at her over the end of the beds. She sat up smiling. "How do you do?" "How do you do what?" Grumpy folded his arms, scowling. Snow White laughed. "Let me guess. You must be Grumpy." "Heh. I knew who I am. Who are you?" "Oh, how silly of me. I'm Snow White." "The princess?" Doc looked very impressed. But Grumpy frowned. "Tell her to go back where she belongs."